freeway, which is giving this person the ability to drive erratically, maneuver in and out of those lanes, and go at a high rate of speed, which obviously is very dangerous. But because there's lack of traffic, that individual is able to drive this way.
Well, you know, lack of traffic, that's one of those plus and minuses. Like you said, it's giving this person that ability to go a lot faster. Also, the people that are
This
driving,
is absolutely
they're not
ridiculous.
somebody to come up on them that quickly and or
Danger
change
Tater,
lanes
welcome.
in front of them that quickly. So this is makes it a little bit more dangerous for the public. California
Hey Roy,
Highway
what's
Patrol,
up, guys?
They are still, I believe, they are still in the
I was just about to
background
walk out of
there,
here
at least trying to warn
to
the
do
public that vehicle is still
live
moving
stream
along
today.
at a very, very quick clip.
Thankfully,
I know
this
the
happened before I
helicopter is
left the
still
house.
here following it, and of course Skyfox is going to keep an eye on it as well. But you know what? When I did that wide shot, I did not see any of those California Highway Patrol vehicles. So maybe they have backed off, giving this. Now I'm getting confirmation. I'm being corrected. They are still in pursuit, and that's really a big positive. Is that, at least again, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I'm just a guy in a helicopter. That it at least is warning the public that something is going on.
Yeah,
Running
Roy, she'll be
right
there.
This guy.
It just started, Demetria.
At
Yeah.
a very fast clip.
Yeah, if you could put up the speed, I know on your fancy graphics that you have there with the streets that could identify what we're looking at.
Yeah,
right
Bendo,
here.
thank you.
Helps a
Everyone
lot
hit
in
the
terms of
thumbs up.
knowing,
Hold on.
where this vehicle is going. We should say that it started as a pursuit of this SUV from the Ventura County Sheriff's Office.
We'll run the
and,
prediction.
Officers there. Starting all of this, and then this vehicle making its way eastbound on the 118, now over the 405, now going towards the 210, as you see. So clearly eastbound, and yeah, look at the speed there, Stu.
Definitely, and I'm sorry about that. I thought you guys were seeing the same thing I was. My bad, my bad. But yeah, you can see it, and this is not the carpool lane. Now we're getting back over into actual traffic lanes. That was the emergency
Prediction
lane
is
for
up.
most of it. And these
We do this on Twitch. You can use channel
points.
points. So use your channel points if you think this chase is going to last 15 minutes, or if you think not.
Now, I would venture to say that 115, 120, probably the limiter on a car like that. And again, that's just a factory thing. So right now, still moving along. California Highway Patrol behind it.
Was that a CRV?
They are being safe. That's one of the reasons.
Maxwell,
why they're a little
welcome.
bit farther
Event
behind.
Horizon,
Again,
welcome.
though, the biggest fear for us watching right now, somebody
And
getting
Scal,
hurt,
thank
be it
you,
that
welcome.
driver and or an innocent person. Look how fast he's passing these other vehicles, and then when he does
This is
those little
crazy.
maneuvers
He's
where
going
he
like
cuts somebody
120.
off, you know, one tiny mistake, and that could be
I used to have a
devastating.
CRV.
Right now, back in that emergency lane, I always
Mine was
say,
even older
and
than
I
this
really
one,
mean
though.
it, you know, anytime I even go through a gore point, I wind up with nails in my tire. I'm always amazed at how these guys can drive for miles and never have any problems with their tires. But continuing on right now through that on the emergency lane, we're picking up. We are on the.
Always
210.
amazed
We're
that they
gonna start
can
getting into the La Cañada area.
ride on the
Hopeful
shoulder
that,
for so
we'll be able
long.
to keep a signal up, because it's going to be one of those spots where our microwave signal might be having a problem. But right now, though, we're keeping an eye on this pursuit. California Highway Patrol chasing them. Originally started in Simi Valley. I do know Simi Valley deputies originally
Shate,
were in
welcome.
pursuit, and then they handed
Smeeg,
off to
welcome.
California Highway Patrol. Again, the original one, unknown to me at this time.
Well, actually, we're finding out some information
Lidra,
according to
welcome.
CHP West Valley scanner that
Thank
the
you,
original
Kenny.
one may
Yeah,
have
today
been
is my
theft
birthday. I was
at
just
this
about to go out and do a
time. Yeah,
stream,
but we're not
birthday
sure.
stream.
Obviously,
So
unconfirmed.
I'll still
and
do that,
information
but
changes
we're
moment
gonna
to
wait
moment
now.
as we watch and follow something like this.
That as far very, very
Bone,
fast, weaving
what's
in
up?
and out of traffic. Obviously, the people who are on the road have no idea what's going on, and that's always very nerve-wracking and dangerous to see.
Definitely, and again, this is
mirrored.
continuous. We've been climbing uphill right now, making our way. We're behind Mount Lee, and you can see that vehicle still continuing on. I wonder if that was a California
Happy
Highway
early
Patrol
birthday
that he
to you.
passed right there. It's just one of those ones where you just kind of wonder, what is the point? I always kind of think to myself, why is this person running? You know, they're not going to get away. If it's an emotional thing, maybe this is getting something out of their system, but you're putting so many people at risk. Anybody you're passing at those high speeds.
FOF, what's up? Thank you.
And then, of course, you know, yourself behind the wheel. I understand that there is a little bit of a helicopter swap right now. We actually have a sheriff ship over it. We are in La Cañada. Maybe they made their way over here knowing this was coming their direction. But those speeds and how this person passing everybody out here in the La Cañada, Tujunga area, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Okay, the camera is actually like cropped pretty hard, so it only
like you
shows
said,
me
a little
right
bit
now.
Friday light. He's got those opportunities to make those kind of wide turns, but sometimes he gets into those traffic situations
flying.
and
It's
even
like
at
so
those
fast
high
right
speeds makes those abrupt turns. I'm worried about this vehicle colliding with somebody else on the roadway.
ABC7 has better shots.
Everybody else
Thank you.
doing the speed limit. This person doing almost double the speed limit.
Double.
Yeah, anytime you see
Yeah,
a car
I actually like the
driving
ABC
like
one
that,
better, but
whizzing
this
by
is
you, you
Stu
kind of
on it, so I
wonder,
think we might
you know,
stay
what the
here.
situation is. I know I
I'd
take
rather
pause
listen to
and
Stu talk
wonder if
about
it's a
the chase. I
pursuit
think we'll
going
stay
by,
here.
but clearly that's the situation here. If you're
KO,
driving
what's up?
along this freeway and you're seeing this
Well,
car
as long
going
as their
by
stream
at triple
works.
digits
Stu
in
did
terms
say that
of
they might have
how
technical issue.
fast it's speeding by,
So
really
I guess we're
dangerous.
switching.
And obviously
Not gonna give
we're
them
having
much
trouble with the
chance
signal
here
right there, but
to have
we
scuff
are staying
stream.
on top of this pursuit of this dark SUV.
Might actually get in front of this vehicle. And that helps the commuters because you can actually be in front of this vehicle.
Oh, no, they're having
We've lost
problems
the signal
too.
there. And then CHP, then you see the lights and siren
Okay.
as a commuter.
Well, this area
You'll
that
notice
they're in is just
something
a
going
problem.
on, and then the pursuit
not-
suspect
it's
will
not
come and they
any
will be beside
particular
you. So we've
station's
lost the
issue,
signal here for a moment.
apparently.
We're getting word that this started as a theft. With Ventura
We'll
County
just keep
Sheriff.
flopping,
this
flipping
vehicle,
back and forth as long as
here
we got
is a
to.
theft suspect wanted for some kind of a
He's
theft
flying. Yeah,
issue.
Vic,
You see
it's
how
crazy out here.
dangerous this individual is as he or she makes his or her way down the freeway there.
Oh my gosh.
Very close.
This is
so
crazy.
many vehicles. I know it is really nerve-wracking.
I don't know how
Just
fast he's
complete
actually going, but this
disregard
thing is
for any
clocking him at
rules
like
and laws
130 or
and
something. Whoa,
other
whoa,
people's
whoa.
Safety at this point. So Stu, pick it up from there and tell us what else you see happening down below. We don't see the black and white vehicles or any CHP from this vantage point.
Jess,
but
what's up?
Obviously, they're giving this
That's
person
you?
some space because this is where it gets very dangerous when they feel as though they
Pull
have nothing
over.
to lose.
Yo.
You know,
Colleen, thank you for being. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Show that on television. Yes. Oh no.
Oh wow.
No, no, no. This is good. This is one of those ones where I don't even want to push in on that. I think the driver was ejected on that collision.
Oh,
right
really?
there. We're gonna need a.
Did you guys see that?
To actually find out exactly what happened, but definitely collided with that pickup truck. And this is what I was talking about the whole time. That type of collision. You know that.
Is the person out of the car?
What I saw, which I hope it's not. This has come to a very tragic ending. You can see the California Highway Patrol. I want to push in, but I don't want to put anything on air that would be offensive or, you know, that we don't want to see. But you can see California Highway Patrol still kind of close by. Maybe that
Hold
was
on, they are
just,
still
the airbag
airing.
that
It's
I
still
saw
on
floating around the
ABC
outside
right
of that
now.
vehicle
They're
when that collision
behind,
happened,
so
but,
we can see it
definitely
again, I
looked like
guess.
it
Hold
definitely
on.
hit on the drive.
Oh, what? Come on.
Did you see how quickly he switched lanes? He did
Oh,
lose control.
they
he lost
slipped right
control,
after
hit
it.
somebody
They
just
actually
under that bridge,
censored
and you
it.
saw them.
They
and there's a
censored it.
significant amount of damage. Airbags have deployed.
Yeah,
there.
the person
Now
might be
officers
out
are
of the
going to have to
car.
first off make sure that this
Or-
person is not a threat to them, but they're going to need to make
Not
sure
a
he's
threat
okay.
to
He
them.
might
I
have
highly
hit that
doubt
vehicle
it.
right there.
Yeah.
But again, it was that
I think
quick
they
lane
censored
change
it.
that we
I think
saw.
that's what happened.
He very quickly went across lanes, and it looked as if, because it happened so fast under that bridge, that he might have hit him, and it did appear as if he hit him, and so it almost ripped half of the vehicle off. So we see
This
that
is
the
a really
driver's
bad
side airbags have deployed. You see CHP is now closing in, and it does appear that they're going to try to, they're going to have to get medical personnel here to make sure this person's okay.
No, and this is very dangerous for the CHP right there, trying to come up to a theft suspect. You don't know if they're armed. You don't know the condition of them. And then you really are trying to make sure with, you know, they were taking on a chase, but you want to make sure this person is okay. And boy, what the impact that person had on, it looks like,
you guys missed
that truck right there, you know, no competition between the two. And that CRV really took a beating on that side.
Okay, you can see that CHP has, the officers have taken the person out of the vehicle. We're not going to zoom in very closely because we do not know the condition of the person. And in all likelihood, the damage to that vehicle, there will be injuries to the person. We want to be very cautious that we don't offend anyone with the visuals, but they are going to try to get medical treatment to this person as quickly as possible.
Don't think they were ejected. The police aren't acting as if they were.
When that person in the CRV hit that, it appears as if they hit that truck. I don't know if we can turn that video around as quickly as possible.
I mean, they've got the person on the car.
There was an accident with that vehicle when they came under that overpass. It was very difficult for us to see from the angle. Air 7 was right above it, and the driver had been switching lanes all across lanes, went onto the shoulder, and then was trying to make a switch back across lanes, and it just appeared as if they had hit something. We couldn't quite see it, but it did appear that way. And then as we got another view, here it is right here, you could see them making the weaves. The director said something in my ear. This is not the crash. This is just some of the video that we were showing earlier. But we just lost sight of it just for the briefest of moments. But it appeared to me that we almost saw the crash when he hit that truck.
Yeah, and it was when they were going under an overpass, and we were just reestablishing our connection with Air 7. But again, it was such a violent crash. I don't know if we actually got it, Philip, because again, we were speaking and we have reestablished our connection.
Event says it's Colleen's fault. Colleen became a member, and then
pulled over that orange truck, and then that silver
Thank you, though, Colleen,
car behind
but wow.
the sedan. So I'm not sure if that car hit two people and they were both involved. Again, we're looking at some of the earlier video of the driver really moving fast on the freeway, and we know that this driver was, you know, a SkyMap 7
185 kilometers per hour,
well over 100 miles an hour. But again, sometimes if you are, SkyMap is right over the car, you can't get the actual speed.
And now we're going to be able to, is it Del Mar
and
Rincon? That's in Pasadena.
Crazy.
So if you're on the 210, you need to be aware that this is going to be a long playing incident.
Well,
I'm
going to leave the house.
The incident as it happened. It's going to be a massive
Franklin,
backup
Tennessee.
for some time.
We're going to do a
that.
stream there.
But take a look at what we saw as it happened. You see that he goes up under that overpass.
Boom.
And he did hit the truck.
He
hit the truck.
You can't
and
really see from that angle.
Else, Colleen, as you mentioned, but the damage to the vehicle, you almost had to believe that it hit that dump truck because he was just, the high rate of speed just ripped it apart. And so now they're trying to render aid to this person, but it happened so fast because the vehicle was traveling at such a high rate of speed.
You're going to go stream. It's my birthday.
The accident and the chase.
So you're like legally required to watch.
This is going to be a long playing incident for anyone that has to go into the area of Pasadena.
This is not
fake
news.
Del
This is
Mar,
real.
And Rincon in Pasadena, this is going to shut down this freeway for some time. The backup is just now beginning.
I know, and this is an area that most people aren't expecting traffic. The 210 is always one of those perfect freeways.
Thanks,
rarely
everyone.
has a lot of traffic.
I'm not going to sit here and watch this
commuter
for
times.
too long.
And this,
we were trying
this
to leave,
is going to really impact a lot of people because we know that
I'll
an
see all of you
investigation
soon.
like this is going to take hours. And if it's a fatality,
I gotta
it's going to take even longer.
Well, in many cases, people might use this to avoid the 134.
Yeah.
You might go up that way and go around. Now, we have not seen any medical personnel yet. They're just arriving, if you notice at the top of your screen there. So not sure how they'll be able to get up to the officers where they are.
Robert Bob, what's
up? One more time in our ear.
Bruce Thomas, actually, our law
They are,
enforcement
okay, the CHP officers are performing CPR. So again, we're not going to zoom in on that. So again, significant injuries, but that is to be expected with what we have there. So Do you want to bring in Bruce Thomas?
Yeah, let's talk to Bruce Thomas. Bruce, you are a law enforcement expert. You have seen many of these chases. And you can see the firefighter have arrived on the scene. I'm not quite sure.
Really bad.
Significant injuries. We want to just.
Oh, I didn't see it. Thank goodness.
Significant.
I'm one of those people
who
likes to see any part of that. But Bruce, thanks again for always joining us and giving us a little insight into. Did you see this chase, and what were your thoughts at the rate of speed this driver was taking?
Yeah, the rate of speed was just exorbitant. I mean, to go over 100 miles an hour, if it's a stolen car, what's the purpose? I mean,
Elhomer, there's no way.
Misdemeanor crime, which has now turned into a felony crime, a felony pursuit.
Yeah, and again, I think this driver suffered some severe injuries. Again, we know this originated with Ventura County Sheriff's Department, and a theft was the original want for this, this suspect. What the theft was, what initiated this exact situation, we don't know, but that driver was trying to get away from authorities, and then the CHP came in. And we know the CHP,
guys. We're going to do an